guys, welcome back to the Gregorio Girls channel. My name is Devin. If you are new, thank you for joining us today, and if you are not new, thank you so much as always for coming back. So I wanted to sit down today and do another video in my I don't need any more eyeshadow palettes series. So if you haven't watched either of my other videos in this series, I started doing this because Shauna and I have a ton of eyeshadow palettes and we haven't really been like wanting to spend the money on a lot of newer eyeshadow palettes coming out as of late, and we obviously don't receive PR or anything like that yet. So I wanted to kind of get creative and just dig through our existing collection and do a series of videos with those. So today I picked up the Morphe 39A Dare to Create palette, and I was really inspired by this color right here when I first opened it today. And that kind of got me on the track of thinking like, oh, I want to do something really like fun and colorful and tropical. And then that got me on the track of thinking, oh, I should look up a picture for inspiration. So I literally Googled tropical birds, and this eye makeup look has come from the inspiration of a picture of a toucan. So this right here is the first picture that jumped out at me when I did my Google search, and I was like, wow, that bird is gorgeous. I can't even believe that something that colorful exists in nature, but I thought it was a really pretty picture, and this is where I decided to take the inspiration for this look from. So like I said, I used the Morphe 39A. I also did switch back and forth between that one and the Morphe 35B, which is an older palette, but it's their just really colorful like rainbow palette. So those are the two palettes that I dug out of our collection for today's video. So without further ado, if you would like to see how I got this look, then please just keep on watching. Alright, so we are just going to go ahead and get started. Since I'm zoomed in so far, it's kind of hard to show you guys the colors in the palette, but if you're looking at the palette, I'm going to take the second shadow in from the left, from the middle row in this big palette here. This guy right here. That's going to be the first color that we work into the crease. So I'm using a Morphe R37, and I'm just working that into the crease here and then really blending it up and out. We're going to use a lot of color for this look, so I want to make sure that this neutral color peeks through. So I'm being a little bit heavy-handed with it, but that's okay. I also think I want to do a cut crease today, so bringing it up a little bit further will help keep that color in view after you conceal over it. Okay, and then next I think I want to start working in some of this orange from like in the beak. So I'm gonna jump over to the Morphe 35B palette, which is the really super colorful palette that I love. And I'm gonna take this bright orange right here. And honestly, I'm just gonna take that same brush, that same R37, and start working that into the crease right on top of where we just were. And then next we're gonna pull in some of this red color down here at the tip of his beak. So jumping back over to the Dare to Create palette. I know I'm jumping around a lot, but I need these bright colors. I am going to take this matte like burgundy shade here to pull in some of that red, and we're gonna build that into the crease. So I'm gonna take that on a smaller blending brush because I wanna concentrate that color a little bit more. So you can see as I'm blending, it's also getting down on my lid a little bit. I don't care about that too much because again, I'm going to conceal over it, but I'm concentrating it right here and then bringing it around to the outer corner a little bit. And then once I have that color where I want it, I'm going to take that blending brush that we were using for the two orange shades, not put anything else on it, and I'm just going to use that to blend that, blend out that line a little bit where the burgundy meets the orange. Okay, so yes, we are looking a little messy so far. Don't worry about making a mess, just make sure you get your colors where you want them to be because we're going to clean it up at the end. So now we're going to cut the crease. Okay, next, still staying in the warm color family, I want to start pulling in some of this yellow from his feathers. So I'm going to jump back into the 35B palette. Just this guy right here. I'm going to take this yellow and I'm going to start packing that into my inner corner. So now we're going to take a little bit of this green color right here and lay that down right next to the yellow. So I'm going to take the same brush that I was using and just flip it over to the other side. So now jumping back over to the Dare to Create palette, I'm going to take these two shimmery blues here and kind of, those two? Yeah. I'm going to take these two shimmery blues here and kind of mix them together. The lighter one is honestly closer to the color that's in his beak, but I also want a little bit of depth since we're working into the outer corner now. So I'm just going to kind of mix these two together. So now I'm going to take a little bit of my NYX glitter glue. So I'm going to take that glue and lay it down directly on top of where we placed the green shadow, and then I'm going to put the green glitter over top of it. So fingers crossed that this looks as good as it does in my head. Okay, so now we're done with the top of the lid, so I am going to jump off camera, do my foundation, my concealer, contour, all that stuff, lashes, and then I'll come back and we'll finish off the bottom lid. Okay, so now we've got some lashes and we've got the rest of our makeup on, so it's starting to definitely look like it's coming together a little bit, which is exciting. So I want to go ahead and finish off the lower lash line. So first I'm going to take my Morphe E17 and I'm going to use that same orange shade that we used earlier in the crease. Well, the same two orange shades. So first I'm going to take their lighter orange. This is the one that we used from the 35B, this bright one right here. I'm going to smoke that out along the lower lash line. And then I'm going to take a smaller, more pointed brush. I'm going to dip back into that burgundy shade that we used in the crease at the beginning, this shade right here. And I'm going to concentrate that just a little bit tighter into the lower lash line. Okay, so I feel like we're almost there. We've got a lot of orange, but I still feel like I'm missing a little bit of that just like red right here in the bottom of the beak. So what I'm gonna do really quick is I'm gonna take this bright pop of this like pinkish red here. I'm actually gonna try and see how that looks in the inner corner, and then I'm gonna put a little bit of red glitter over top of it, and then hopefully we'll be done. See how it goes. Okay, so for whatever reason, the glitter on this eye looks a lot better than the glitter on this eye, but I like that. I think that was the little pop of red that I was missing there. So we are done. All right, you guys, so this is the finished look. I just paired it with a really nude lip. This is the Kylie Birthday Suit Liquid Matte Lipstick, and then this is the Buxom White Russian Gloss. I just put that over top, so it wasn't super like matte and cakey. So yeah, this was a really fun kind of little challenge for me. Obviously, it's not your everyday natural glowy summer makeup look, but it was really fun for me to kind of step outside of my comfort zone and do something that's a little bit more like artistic and creative and things like that. So as always, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for coming to visit the Gregorio Girls channel today. Before you leave, don't forget to follow myself and my sister on Instagram. I am at DevDevGregs. She is at Shauna Greggs. We would love to connect with you there. And we will catch you guys in the next Gregorio Girls video. Mwah. Bye.